left, and we're gonna jump into the cuff that I'm wearing. Now, we had another cuff earlier, completely sold out. Hubei Turquoise cuff bracelet. It was about $300 at $299.95. We took $50 off. Look at that beautiful scrolling in the silver work. Isn't that just stunning? And we have it today at this extraordinary price of $83.33 on 3 interest-free payments and free shipping and handling. So we love that free shipping and handling, Jay.
Okay, well, I will tell you right now with this, guys, okay, this is, and I said, you know, like my private stash, okay, these cabs were cut in the early 80s, right? I've had these things forever. You can't even buy this turquoise anywhere. You cannot find it. To be able to find Hubei cabs this size, the cab, if you went to Tucson and anybody had, they might have 1 or 2 cabs this size in Hubei. If they're like sell specimens and stuff, where they've cut this. This is old, this is antique turquoise. The mine was closed in the early 80s. So this is actually, the reason I'm doing this is I had about 150 of these cabs that I cut way back in the day, right? And they got pigeonholed. And I was gonna save them. My thing, I was gonna do, like, one of these days when I kind of like retired or whatever, I was gonna have a jewelry store, and I was gonna have things like this that you can't get anymore. And I was gonna, you know, be able to do custom designs and everything. I finally decided that I'm 66, I'm gonna be 67, so let's face it.
There's no jewelry store, Jay.
There's no jewelry store in my future, right?
Well, this is your jewelry store.
So I have to tell you though, to actually let these go was almost heartbreaking, right? Just to let them go, to actually let people, I figured, you know what, let them enjoy it. You will not find this turquoise, and even if you find this turquoise, this is like, you will not find this grade, this clarity in this material. This was stuff that I put back, I personally saved. These are, if you saw a cab like this, if you went to the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show, and you found a cab this size, this is Mondo, it's massive, right? If you found a cab this size, probably you would pay as much or a little bit more just for the cabochon. No silver, no anything. That's how rare it is. This is a big, bold look. Like I said, these were actually cut up. You know, God, it makes me feel so old. This is 2023. These were cut like
40
probably,
years ago, maybe?
Yeah, well, at least 30 years ago when I still had big material. And to be able to get these, like, just so you know, now, you're seeing 1 or 2 cabs here, like, you know, as far as on the show, right? We're showing that. But to be able to actually present something, we have what they call a color range, right?
Right.
So it's impossible even in Hubei. Hubei, the way the turquoise was, it came in, that's what made it so unique, is the look of the Hubei turquoise with all the different matrices and the different colors that it came in. So to be able to get the Hubei turquoise where they all fit within this same color scheme, they're gonna have like different looks as far as the matrix and everything, but as far as the color, it's gonna be this basic color, which was really tough to get. And this was the material that everybody was after. I mean, this is kind of what they were looking for. But the main thing was that I was able to cut these large cabs. This is not even possible, it's not doable, it's not repeatable, you'll never ever see this again. This is a one-shot deal, right? I had these, I cut these large cabs, I had them sitting back, they were in kind of like my private, like I said,
yeah.
I have so much of that. I have cards and cards and cards of things that I've cut in precious opal, that I've cut in really high-grade lapis, and everything just stacked where I've kind of kept it. And every now and then, I've just decided, okay, I'm gonna make something really, go ahead and let these go.
Yeah.
But it was really, to tell you the truth, it was very difficult for me to actually go ahead and say, okay, let's go ahead and put them in the jewelry.
Let go of the dream.
It's almost like giving up your child, you know? Like, it's really that special. It's highly collectible. The Hubei turquoise, any of the Hubei turquoise, highly collectible. But pieces like this size and this color are very, very, very rare.
30 by 20, that's how big they are.
It's massive.
30 by 20, and I, gave it a little squeeze to go around my wrist, but this is big. And the scroll work done by the silversmiths that I know you have relationship with over the years, not even a lot of people have those kind of skills nowadays.
Well, here's the thing, as I've transitioned through this in my career, my lifetime, this is what we call old school, right? Most of the jewelry that you're seeing, I'm not knocking it, okay? I mean, I'm not taking anything away from anybody or how they manufacture. But most things today in the jewelry market are either cast or they're stamped. I mean, they just stamp it out, and that's why, they'll make 5,000 of them at one time or whatever. I mean, these are all individually hand-done, handcrafted from scratch. From even this, if you think about custom, okay, so number one, you've got a turquoise and a custom cab that there's no way that you can even find this. It's impossible to find it. Nobody has this. And then the cuff, the sterling silver setting, is all made from sterling silver sheet material that we actually have custom made for us. So even the material, the silver material that we give our silversmiths is actually custom made just for us. So one of the things that we have is we have a very niche business. Most people don't even have silversmiths in most cases anymore. They don't have silver or goldsmithing. It's becoming a lost art, to tell you the truth. To manufacture designs like this, though, the only way this can be done is with silversmiths. It's the only way to do it. Every one of these is individually handcrafted. When I say handcrafted, I mean it's done from scratch by hand. The turquoise, again, the rarity, this is old Hubei. This is what they call antique or vintage turquoise. What makes it, every now and then, we've had a beaded necklace, and they always sell out like crazy. But it's because, I can only cut beads. I'm not gonna have anything that would cut this size. Even if I did in Hubei, the color range, if I had enough big material to cut 100 cabs of this, in this size, the range would be so great that we couldn't show them here. There's no way. It has to be in a certain color range, right? You can't, it's got to be like this range. It can't be out like this, right? So this is something that's really, really unique. I'm just telling you, it's an opportunity. Like I said, these cabs were cut probably at least 30 years ago, maybe even longer than that ago. They've been sitting in my collection. I've just set these back. And I have a lot of cabs like this. I don't have vast quantities of them. So on this, I believe that we had 100 of them. I think is something like, if that's what it,
Angela,
I think
how many do we have left? She says we have 330.
So there was that many of these when we did them?
I guess.
Yeah, I can't remember how many I had on the cards.
But I will tell you that you and I have worked together for 15 years, and I've never heard you tell a story like antique turquoise, and I was saving these for a jewelry store. It's the first I've heard of any of that.
What I have, though, is I have, they're on cards. I should have brought it, well, I wouldn't have these on the card anymore, but I have these stacks of cards, and what it is, as we were cutting them, it's double stick tape, and you put these on there, and eventually what I was gonna do is do designs, like I said, one of a kinds for people that come in. So I forgot how many that we had on these, but we didn't have a lot. But I will tell you this, I used every single thing that I had of this size of cab. I don't have any more of this size. I might have some that I could eventually, I'll probably do maybe some matching rings, or I'll do like a matching earrings to it, but they're not this size, and that is what the key is here. The size of this. You're not gonna find a cabochon this clean, where the colors are all pretty much the same in natural Hubei turquoise. It's just
very
impossible
popular.
to get.
I'll tell you, very, very popular. The item number to order is 839198. You can use that $50 coupon if you don't have an HSN card and want to open one. It's the largest coupon we've done in the history of our network, 45, 6, 7 years. So hsn.com, HSN card, or call 800 number 695-1418. You can get approved in about a minute and then get that $50 coupon and then treat yourself to this bracelet. But if you already have an HSN card, you get an extra flex payment all the time on jewelry. So your flex pay will be an extra flex payment. So it's, I think, $62.50. So it's, again, really opportunity buy. And the silver, the scrolling on the silver is so pretty. It's also really comfortable to wear. And I gave it like a little squeeze, but it's customizable.
Well, see, and
to get a little squeeze, and this will pop out. You're not squishing this way, you're squeezing this way.
Because, you know, of how it's crafted from the sterling silver sheet material, still has the tensile strength. But it's not like it's cast, so that it's not, you know, that you could actually kind of form it to your wrist.
It's spectacular. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh, anybody would love that. Anybody would love it. And like I said, I just give it a screen. Now,